Welcome to the do-it-yourself video on how to create and import RFX line items. Line items are used as part of the RFX sourcing process and solicit price feedback from suppliers. Line items enable suppliers to enter their price against a particular business requirement, and it also helps the buyer to easily compare prices from multiple suppliers. To add line items to an RFX, a sourcing project and a corresponding RFX must be created. For the purposes of the demo, I have already created one for IT equipment, which can be found further down this page. When I clicked on the link on the dashboard, it has now taken me to the IT sourcing project. Let's now try and find and access the RFP, and you can do that by clicking on the documents link here. To access the RFP, click the edit button, which will take you through to the RFP event detail. Within the RFP detail page, please ensure that a supply is added to the event. If not, the Excel import will fail at the time of upload. And here you can see that I've added a supplier. To create line items one by one directly in the RFP, I need to click here on Content. To create a line item, click on Add, Line Item. Here you'll be required to populate some basic information about the line item. You have a number of attributes and options here, and further down there are some price options which you can complete. There are also some mandatory sections which you must complete. So we're going to start off by completing the quantity. So in this case I require 2 laptops with a historic price of €250. Once complete, click on Done. And here you can see that the line item has been created. I will now show you how to export the RFP into Excel. In the export, you'll have the ability to create multiple line items very quickly, making it ideal for RFPs with many price points. To export the data into Excel, click the Excel import button, upload file from a desktop, and click here to open your RFP in an Excel spreadsheet link. When the RFP has downloaded into Excel, we will need to click on the Pricing tab. And here you can see the first line item which we created earlier. So, to create multiple line items, I'm going to highlight those sections which need to be updated. First one is System ID, Number, Name, Description, Description without HTML, Historic Price, Quantity, Units of Measure, and Historic Extended Price. When we are creating multiple line items in Excel, the first thing to do is to remove the System ID. Then highlight the line, copy, and paste. The second thing to do is to update the line item number. So the first one was 1, the second one is 2, 3, and 4. And we're now going to update the name. And if we go to the right, update the historic price, the quantity, and you also have the ability to update the units of measure. However, if you do update the units of measure, please ensure that the codes are corresponding to that of what's contained within the e-sourcing module. We also need to update the historic extended price. And also one thing just to look out for. If you do decide to update or add in a description, please do ensure that you copy and paste this description in column F, which is the second description without HTML. Once complete, save your spreadsheet. When you have finished saving, close Excel and return back to the import page. Before we import the data, we must select the data we want to import. At the moment, we have content and participants checked. Because we have only updated the content, we must uncheck the participants. There is also one final option before we start the import process, and that is to either add the information from the Excel spreadsheet to the event, or we completely replace the entire event content. What we want to do on this occasion is replace the event content. Once complete, select the file and click Import. And now you can see the new imported line items which have been added to the RFP. That concludes our do-it-yourself on how to create and import line items within an RFX. Thank you.